Right. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to the Olathe West Band for being here this morning. Good morning. My name is Matt Fleener. I'm an investigative reporter for KMBC 9 News here in Kansas City, and I am so grateful to have this opportunity to be here with you this morning to host such a wonderful event, the Olathe Public Schools Foundation Autumn Breakfast, and we're just thrilled to have you here this morning. And education is a passion of mine. I absolutely love education. I got my start as a TV reporter, as an education reporter. I've moved into do a little more investigative reporting, but I have 3 kids, and I'm very passionate about education and the work that it takes to get kids going. Right, to get kids going and to teach them to reach their full potential. And we're so grateful that you are here to support that mission. I think about growth mindset all the time. That's one of the things that my kids hear me say all the time. I think about, hey, how can we keep growing? How can we get better? How can we make sure that we're always learning, always doing something to keep growing versus a fixed mindset? And I think about the work of the Olathe Public Schools Foundation, and I see a growth mindset in the work that you're doing and in the Olathe schools. So I'm just really excited to hear a little bit more this morning about the work of the schools and the foundation. And so here we go. And I'm excited to be here. So first and foremost, Veterans Day is coming up this Thursday. And before we keep going in our program this morning, I want to recognize all those among us who've been a part of the great brotherhood and sisterhood of the U.S. military, our veterans, active duty service members, guardsmen and reservists. It is your service and sacrifice that allows us to keep our country safe and to be here freely this morning. So if you are a member of the U.S. military, active, reserve, guardsmen, we'd love for you to stand to be recognized this morning. Thank you. So in your honor, ahead of Veterans Day, we'd love for you to enjoy this patriotic number from the Olathe West Marching Band. The Olathe West Marching Band under the direction of Carol Lohman. If you are able to stand, please join us for the Star Spangled Banner and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance this morning.
My name is Garrett Lee. I'm an 8th grader at California Trail Middle School, and I will be reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we want to thank the Olathe West Marching Band as they make their way out this morning. Look at them go. You won't notice me dancing on stage up here. I have zero rhythm. They have a lot, and they did great. So another round of applause for the Olathe West Marching Band. My wife tells me to keep it small all the time when I'm dancing. So I try. I don't always succeed. And to Garrett Lee this morning as well, thanks for that Pledge of Allegiance. And thank you for coming out to support us this morning. This is a really important morning. Right, it's awesome to be here to think about the work that the foundation is doing, and if that drum cadence didn't get you going this morning, I don't know what will, except for the coffee on your table. Thank you to Validity Screening Solutions for helping to caffeinate us this morning. I already had a cup, and I'm good to go. So a round of applause to Validity Screening Solutions for the coffee. I also want to recognize some very special guests in our audience this morning. We want to thank a lot of government officials who set policy here throughout Johnson County, including the Olathe Board of Education, the mayors of Olathe and Lenexa, many of our city councilmen and women, and county commissioners, community college trustees, and our local legislative delegation here. And so will all our current local elected officials in attendance please stand today and be recognized. Awesome, thank you. You know, we've got a lot to celebrate this morning. Last year, totally 100% virtual. This event was virtual. This year, we've changed things up a little bit. Obviously, you're here in the room this morning. We have about half here and then half watching at home virtually. So if you're watching at home, thank you for doing that as well. And we think about those who couldn't gather with us here today, but everybody here supporting the important work that the Olathe Public Schools Foundation does. So we are celebrating. We're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Olathe Public Schools Foundation. How about that? Right? Man, how great is that? So here's a message from one of our Olathe educators.
Hi, I'm Gina Dietz, and I've been a teacher in Olathe for 23 years. I am amazed by the support of the Olathe Public Schools Foundation. They've supported our classroom in so many ways, through the Mail a Smile writing project, through decodable books, through purposeful play activities, and of course, a popular one at Green Springs, the Gator Innovators. I'm also a proud member of the Women's Giving Circle. I am continually amazed by the projects they fund for students throughout the district. Lastly, I have to tell you about the Educator Excellence Awards that I've been involved in. It is truly a joy in my heart to celebrate staff that work so tirelessly for students in Olathe. Those are reasons to celebrate.
Love it. That's awesome. So cool to hear about the work that the foundation is doing, and I want to welcome some guests to the stage here this morning. We're going to talk a little bit about the work of the Olathe Public Schools Foundation. I have Elby Fote here this morning. She is Medical Professions Academy Program Facilitator. We've got Mitch Cloud here this morning, Fairview Elementary School Counselor, Nancy Ingram, one of the founding members of the Olathe Public Schools Foundation Board, and then Cindy Von Felt, the Executive Director of the Olathe Public Schools Foundation. So, I tell people all the time when I'm interviewing them, I just want to have a conversation with you. I honestly just want to talk and hear from you, your heart and your passion for the work that you're doing. So LB, we'll start with you. How does the work of the foundation help you, and more specifically, how does the work of the foundation help your students?
Okay, so that's a great question. First of all, I'm honored to be here, so thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And so I started in Olathe about 14 years ago, and one of the first projects I got to do was with my AVID students, which are first-generation college hopefuls. We had an etiquette dinner that was founded by the foundation, or funded by the foundation, and we got to take, I think, about 40 students to a 5-course meal and just teach them general etiquette, how to teach, or how to, set in a setting with a bunch of professionals and eat appropriately and have appropriate conversations.
Yeah.
And we did so many fundraisers, I cannot even tell you, and made maybe $200. So I applied for a grant, and Cindy showed up with a check in my 4th hour AVID class probably 12 years ago, and I will never forget how exciting it was. It was amazing.
Hey, here's money.
Yes.
It's awesome. That's so cool. And the
Yes.
fork, the salad fork goes on the left.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
I'm still confused, but we got there eventually.
I get confused.
We
a
had
lot,
professionals helping us.
Yeah,
so.
good. Awesome. Thanks for the work you do. That's so cool to hear about. So, Mitch, you're a counselor at Fairview Elementary, and I know counseling. You had to have gone through so much over these past couple of years.
The last couple of years, the last year and a half have been, there's been a lot of challenges that we have not experienced before.
How's the foundation helped you specifically?
So my experience with the foundation is much more on a personal, family by family level. And the past year and a half with COVID and things changing with occupations and jobs has brought out a lot of need that we have not known about before. Families that we thought were good to go and had never had any financial difficulty before are saying, I can't make rent for this next month. I don't have enough money to pay for my cell phone bill or my utility bills. And families that we had never worried about before are stuck in the middle. Maybe they got laid off and they weren't able to get a new job, or they did, and then their paycheck doesn't come for another week or two, and they just can't make ends meet when they need to. It's also put a lot of stress on our families that do have persistent need and that have difficulties with money every month. And so it has just bent a lot of families and gotten a lot of families far below the point where it's almost survivable to some degree.
Yeah, wow. And the foundation really helps navigate some of those challenges, right? Like giving you support to be able to do that.
They are like emergency services. You guys show up at the moment of need. There are so many good organizations in Olathe and Johnson County that are able to provide support for families.
Yeah.
But the foundation is different because they can be there right then. I ran into a parent at conferences and I was just like, hey, how's it going? And she burst into tears and she said, my car's in the shop and I do not have enough money to get it out. I just walked to the high school and then to the middle school, and now I'm here for my kids' conferences and I'm gonna walk home out. And I mapped it. It was just over 7 miles she had walked just to attend all of her kids' conferences. So we were able to put a request in that night with the foundation that was able to help get her car out and get the family mobilized again. Just, you guys are like triage services that are there at a moment's notice when we need it.
Yeah, meeting immediate needs. I love to hear that. And I could hear the passion for both of you in the work that you do, and that's awesome. Nancy, I know you have passion as well in the work that you thought about when you helped to start this whole thing, to help to start the foundation. And yes?
Go ahead.
No, I read a quote from you that you said early on, it was in 1996, that you wanted to start this foundation and think about now, but also think 5, 10, 15, now 25 years from now. And here we are.
Right, and here we are.
Yeah.
And this is why we're here.
Yeah.
I think one of the important things that we did, and I know I've kind of reached out into the crowd this morning, and I see some people who have been here with us those 25 years, and I know Cindy's going to thank them, but I want to thank them too. It was a blank canvas for us. We didn't really know where we were going with it. We knew we had opportunity. We knew that people wanted to support our community. They wanted to support our students. So I think the difference today is that we really thought we were being innovative, and we wanted to do grants that were exciting and new. School funding had changed with the local option budget, and we just knew that teachers were paying for things out of their own pockets. So we didn't want that to be happening as much as we could help with that. So we knew we had resources within the community. Our partnerships are extremely important to us, and they've remained important to us. But I think you're right. We weren't really planning it for us at that time. We were planning it for our future. And one of the things that I thought about on the way over, I'm going to take an extra minute because I have been very proud, and I know of all of us have been very proud. There's a number of members who are here today. We've been very proud of the work that we've done. It's a very active board. I mean, we just don't do one project. We do projects nearly on a monthly basis to raise money. But the one that I think, besides the Women's Giving Circle, I'm going to put a plug in for that, is really our welcome reception to our new teachers. That's one of our newest projects, and I think it lets them know how important education is to our community. So I'm really proud of that one too. I'm really proud of this one right here too. So anyway.
Cindy, I know. Thank you for that, Nancy. Thank you for the work that you did to start this thing, and this is wonderful to see that the students are benefiting and the staff, and so many people are benefiting because of your original work.
Team effort.
Teamwork.
Team
Love it.
effort.
That's what education is, right?
Community effort.
Yeah, it really is. Absolutely. Cindy, you think about, hey, where we are today, right? We don't want to have that fixed mindset, right? We think about growth, and we think about where we go into the future, and growth here in Olathe. What are the next steps for this foundation?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for being here today.
You bet.
I appreciate all of you being here today. LB and I were talking about earlier that we started at the same time about 14 years ago. And I do remember coming into her classroom, and I know I've been back a few more times because she's one of those educators who just knows that there's something more for her kids than what she has at her hands right now, and she asks, and we try to deliver every time you ask because she's a super good investment. And then Mitch, when he calls, we know it's important because he doesn't call unless it's important. And then I've been working with Nancy. I've known Nancy forever, and she always reminds me about where we've come from and that we have a great deal of work left to do. Even though we've impacted the district, we have invested more than $10 million back over 25 years into your students, we still have work to do. There are new students coming up all the time, 30,000 kids, 4,000 staffers. We have something to do, and so we're looking forward. We're still going to be working with you, taking care of grants, taking care of our student need, but we're going to be looking for new ways to serve. In the last couple of years, we've realized that we can play a role in helping the district welcome our staff, our new staffers, letting our existing staff know that they're important, and without them, whether you're a teacher, whether you're working in the front office or you're working in the business office, making sure the checks get paid, you're important. And so now we have a role to do that. And we have this amazing board of directors that's like a mobilized force. You just let them know what you need and they go out and get it done. So we're always looking for new ways to serve. We're gonna try to increase our capacity, try to do more over the next 25 years. And I just think, and Kathy Brogdon, you're sitting there in the audience, you were one of our first ones too. And you've always helped me understand that this isn't a short haul thing. We're in it for the long term, and we're going to be here for the kids all the way through.
I love it. I love it. And one of the things I noticed about the foundation, everybody has a gift to share. Now, it doesn't just have to be financial, right? It could be their time, talent, service, that kind of thing.
100%. We have a lot of stories that we like to tell, but sometimes it's really about making a phone call. Mitch talks about getting that car fixed. We didn't pay what probably you and I would have to pay to get that car fixed. The guy who fixed that car donated all the $1,700 worth of labor to get that car fixed. We just paid for the parts. And so that kind of teamwork, that kind of building a bridge from the community to our schools, that's what we feel like we can do. Mitch and LB, they shouldn't be worrying about where the next thing or the next help for their kids is coming from. They're there to teach, to impact their kids. They need to leave that to us, and we're going to do our best to take care of them.
You notice how pumped I got earlier to say, hey, we're celebrating the 25th anniversary here. This is great. How are we celebrating this morning?
All right. Well, I have to tell you, we've been thinking about it for a long time, and we want to just do something really special. And I know Mitch will like this. So what we did is we created the 25th Anniversary Fund, right? And we knew that what we needed to do, looking at all of our resources, we knew that we had you all in the room. You guys are supporting our classroom grants by being here today, our Educator Excellence Awards, our Classified Staff Awards. But we really needed to boost up our need-based funds, really give them a solid foundation. So we set up they call it a hairy, audacious goal of raising $125,000 for these need-based funds through our 25th anniversary fund. And we knew we had to do something a little bit different to get there. And so we took our inspiration from some of our neighboring school districts. All of us in the fundraising business had to pivot. We hate that word now, right? We had to pivot. We can't have 800 people in this room. We couldn't have our in-person event last year. So we had to change up the way we do things. And we saw some people being very successful with a raffle. So we're like, why not? Let's give it a try. But first, we had to find some people that would be supportive of our idea. So I'm gonna have you take a look at this little video, give you a little showcase of what we're raffling off, and then I've got a few more things to tell you about. Getting just as pumped as I am about this. We sat in our office and we're like, what could we possibly raffle off? Who in our community would possibly help us? And then we thought about our friends at Heritage Tractor. They've been so supportive of what we've been doing. You know them from the golf tournament. They do that, don't lose the golf ball from John Deere. And we called them up and they put together this great Traeger grill package. It's gonna have a meat bundle from Hy-Vee and it's gonna have all these things that you put on the meat before you smoke it. Super cool package. I know some of you guys want that underneath your tree this Christmas, and it could be yours. And then we talked to our friends at the Rhodes Family Dentistry, and they had reached out to us and said, whenever you need a set of braces, you come see us, and we want you to use that as a fundraising tool. So they've donated a set of Invisalign braces. Those are those super cool ones. You can't even tell you're wearing braces. I might be wearing them. I'm not, but I might be. And then we knew that we had, this was the next two items were really kind of dream items. My friend Katie Bowden, she's like, we need a car. We're like, well, there's only one person in this room, one family in this room that we could turn to, Robert and Kathy Brogdon, and we asked them to help us out and donate us, and they donated a 2022 Kia Seltos S, and it's sitting, one just like it anyway, right outside the door, this door. So you all need to check it out. A car, who doesn't need a car? I need a car. I'm driving a minivan still. I need to come see you guys. All right, and then finally, we had one more item, and that was my bucket list item. I have this secret fantasy of running through a grocery store, chucking every piece of meat I can find into my grocery cart and getting in and out of there in 5 minutes.
And the Tide Pods too, right?
Yeah, and
the Tide Pods.
yeah, Tide Pods, you name
all
it,
that stuff.
everything.
Yeah,
you know, I've got a grandkid now. I'm gonna throw some diapers and formula in there as well, right? So our friends at Hy-Vee, you're here somewhere, I know, they're like, yeah, let's be your partner in that. So we are donating a 5-minute, all you can throw into that grocery cart shopping spree. So we have all these great items, but we need your help. You're in this room because you love us and we love you, but we need your help. We need you to pull out your phones. We need you to check out that QR code on the back of your program, and we need you to buy some raffle tickets. And then we need you to tell your friends to buy some raffle tickets, and then your family to buy some raffle tickets, and like your next door neighbor and your dog groomer and everybody, because in order to raise the money that we want to raise, we need your help. So we're kind of counting on you for that. But here's the good news. We already got started. We had a lot of really amazing people. They're up here on the screen now, and they couldn't be here today, but they wanted to start supporting. So their matching gifts are already in the bank for our 25th anniversary fund. And a few people already bought some raffle tickets because we sent out a little flyer early to schools, and all of a sudden people just started buying raffle tickets.
Love it.
So they're on sale now,
Yep.
$25 each, and we really need your help with this one, so we're counting on you.
That's so great. That is so great. Hey, how about another round of applause for everybody here on the stage this morning? And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, it's time to eat. Let's have some breakfast, and then we'll come back and we'll enjoy our program shortly. Thanks. All right. Hey, welcome back. As you're enjoying your breakfast, hope you're enjoying your conversation. Continue to enjoy your breakfast. We're going to continue on with our program here this morning. And I just want to say a special thanks not only to the crew here at the Convention Center, but also to the culinary students of Olathe who helped put together your gift bags this morning. So a huge round of applause for them. So thank you very much. And thanks to all of you who have purchased raffle tickets. I think there was a text message that actually went out right as we were talking about it. So hopefully you've already purchased those raffle tickets, $25, and it goes to such a great cause. And man, some really, really cool prizes in there. Each of the 4 raffle items has a limited number of tickets available. So tickets are going to be on sale until December 2nd or until the tickets sell out. So if you want a chance at that car, Cindy, if you want a chance at that car, hey, get on there and buy your raffle ticket. So, and if you need any help with the raffle, I'm sure one of the board members would be very happy to help you out. I'm going to go for that 5-minute shopping spree. I don't know. I probably need to get in shape for that to be able to run that fast through the store, but at the same time, that looks like a lot of fun. So, hey, check this out. This is going to be really cool to think about that. So here we go.
In early December, one lucky winner will have a 5-minute shopping spree at a local Hy-Vee grocery store. Your $25 ticket will benefit the Olathe Public Schools Foundation, which is celebrating 25 years of helping students and staff. What are you waiting for? What are you doing to prepare?
Yeah, what are you doing to prepare, right, huh? Hey, thanks to the video production students at Olathe West for putting together that video. I can't run that fast, so I definitely have to prepare for that. We also have another special group we need to thank, and that is our current and past board members of the Olathe Public Schools Foundation. And over 25 years, 116 community members have spent time on the board helping us to meet the needs of Olathe students. And so if you are a current or past board member of the Olathe Public Schools Foundation, we'd love you to stand and be recognized. Right on, thank you so much. And I would love to introduce Jerry Barrios. He is the current president of the Olathe Public Schools Foundation.
Thank you, Matt. Can you hear me up? Just a few brief comments to get us back on schedule. And I'd like to start with a quote from somebody, and I can't remember who said it, but it was on a calendar my wife had, and it was on the refrigerator forever. And out of the 365 quotes, I only remember one, and it's, "You cannot live a perfect day unless you do something for someone who can never repay you." And why I remember that one, I don't know, but it's stuck with me all these years. But as you think about that, think about this, is everyone in here today has started a perfect day. Because by contributing here and donating, those funds will go to people whose faces you'll never see and whose names you'll never know, but they can never repay you. And we thank you for that. We do. And then one more thing. Thank you. I'm not used to getting applause. And that won't take long. But another quote I try to live by, and especially at work, is you can have excuses or you can have results, but you can't have both. And if you look at the past year, we weren't able to have this event live, and there's a lot of other events. We went from plan A to plan B to plan C, maybe even canceled altogether, but we still got great results. And that, again, is thanks to all you in here for your generosity and helping us out in that. We appreciate that very much. Thanks to Dr. Yeager. He did tell me I could call him Brent today for his support. Maggie Kolb, thank you very much for yours. And I do think we owe a round of applause to the Olathe Public Schools Foundation staff. Katie Bowden, Alice Snyder, Maureen Hurd, and Cindy Von Feld. And if they'd have known I was going to get up here and say this, they would have never given me the microphone, and she tried to take it away already. So would you give them a round of applause, please?
Okay, get back to the table. How about another round of applause for Jerry? I love that guy. All right, Jerry, thanks so much. This year, as we recognize our lead breakfast supporters, we're going to be honoring them with a piece of framed artwork by, it's going to be up on our screen here, by Ian, who was a first grader at Millbrook Elementary when he created this beautiful painting. You all have a copy of Ian's artwork in the set of note cards that's sitting in front of you. That set of note cards is a gift to you, courtesy of Veritiv Paper and Sir Speedy Printing and Marketing of Olathe. So be sure to take those with you today. If you're at home and you couldn't be here with us today, you can still get a set. All you have to do is make a gift to the Wimmer Student Care Fund, and we'll send you a set in the mail. We have asked several of our Olathe Public Schools Foundation board members to help present each of the plaques to our valued and trusted supporters today. And so I'm going to ask you to hold your applause until each round of recognitions have been made. So we're going to start today with Advent Health. Advent is helping patients feel whole through compassionate care and world-class expertise. Advent Health has been a part of the Kansas City community for nearly 60 years. Thank you for your thoughtful support of your students and for our staff here in Olathe. Thank you. The city of Olathe. The county seat of Johnson County, Olathe is one of the safest cities in the U.S., and it is regularly voted one of the best places to live. These facts are due in no small part to our incredible schools and the commitment of our local government for a prosperous community. We are grateful for our incredible partnership. Thank you so much, and thank you, Mayor Bacon, for being here today. Safe to Fend. Safe to Fend. When seconds count, the Safe to Fend personnel protection system saves lives with its school safety solutions and emergency notification system. And Safe to Fend's ongoing financial support of the students in Olathe help us save and change lives too. So thank you so much. Major Saver. With more than $2 million given back to the Olathe School District over the last 15 years, Major Saver and their student discount cards are a household name in our community. We are grateful for your support both inside and outside of our classrooms. Thank you, Kelly. And then Converge One. Converge One is the leading IT services provider and a vital vendor of the Olathe School District. They keep our school and support buildings well connected. And when it comes to supporting students and businesses, they're a partner for success. Thank you so much. And then Strawbridge Studio. Dedicated to providing a safe and courteous, fun and efficient picture day, Strawbridge Studios delivers portraits for Olathe's nearly 30,000 students. In addition to providing cherished memories, Strawbridge gives generously to support the students that need us the most. Thank you guys so much. And let's give all of our gold sponsors a round of applause. And this year we have 5 platinum sponsors, and we thank you so much. McCown Gordon Construction. In addition to building our beautiful schools, this Kansas City contractor provides for the staff and children who learn and work in them each and every day. We thank you for your unwavering support of our core values, both yours and ours. Thank you so much. Garmin. With industry-leading technology across diverse markets, Garmin believes every day is an opportunity to innovate and a chance to beat yesterday. With your constant support and mentoring, you prove also that you believe in providing assistance to our students who will be leaders tomorrow. For the past 25 years, we've really appreciated you. Thank you so much. And Capital Federal Savings. CapFed makes your banking experience safe, simple, and secure. For the past 2 decades, their commitment to education in the communities they serve has strengthened our district and made an investment in the lives of our students. Thank you for your steadfast support. Thanks, Mimi. And then J.E. Dunn Construction. With nearly 100 years of construction business, J.E. Dunn enriches lives through inspired people and places. Their culture of giving back provides a steady foundation for so many of our students. Thank you so much for being here today. And then over here we have Synetic Technologies. Synetic is one of the highest certified IT asset management disposition firms in the U.S. and abroad. They partner with the district to securely and responsibly manage our computer equipment. As a bonus, they partner with the foundation to ensure all students are in school, ready to learn. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to give a very special thanks to 4 of our investing sponsors. Could I have Robert Brogdon, John Beverlin, Matt Tritz, and Scott Kincaid come join us right here in front of the stage. Come on up, guys. And Jerry, where'd Jerry go? Come on, Jerry, come on over. All right, I want to give a very special thanks to all of you. You can turn around and face your adoring audience. I think that's what we should do. Robert Brogdon, let's go. Robert Brogdon, Olathe Buick GMC, and Robert Brogdon's Olathe Kia. Thank you very much for that investment in our community. A long-term and resolute partner of the foundation, Robert and Kathy Brogdon are local business owners and true stewards of the community they love. And they're not just at our annual breakfast each year. They sponsor our golf classic in June. They give out multiple college scholarships each May. And Kathy belongs to our Women's Giving Circle, which meets every spring and fall. This year, as we celebrate 2.5 decades of meeting the need in the Olathe District, we offer them a special thank you for joining us with our raffle and help making our 25th anniversary fund possible. Thank you, Robert. Yeah. All right, from DS Bus Lines, from Canyon Creek Elementary at the northwest corner of the school district at Arbor Creek to Arbor Creek at 163rd and Merlin. This is a big district. The safe transportation of our students to and from school each day is paramount to our district. Thank you, DS Bus Lines, for ensuring that our students are in good hands every weekday and that your very thoughtful annual support so we can get our at-risk students what they need at home too. Thank you so much for your generosity, Scott. Lockton Companies. All right, Matt, this one's for you. Lockton is the world's largest independent insurance brokerage firm, and our district counts on them to provide cost-effective and valuable employee benefits for over 4,000 staff members. I've got to sign up before the end of the week. As a foundation partner, Lockton helps us provide basic needs to students and reward educators with grants for their innovative approach to education. Thank you for being a part of our team, Matt. Main Street Credit Union. Started in 1953 by a group of teachers for the teachers, Main Street Credit Union now boasts more than 68,000 members from a variety of professions. While your company has evolved to meet the growing needs of your clients, your support for our district staff and students has remained unchanged. Twice a month, our Prize Patrol, we bust into a classroom across Olathe to deliver the Educator Excellence Awards because of your enduring support. We are grateful for the joy that you bring to our educators. Thank you so much, John. All right. Thank you so much, guys. All right, Jerry, if you can come over and escort our friend Stan Holmes up onto the stage, please. Since our inception 25 years ago, Olathe Health has been a constant center of support. From financial support to volunteer support and every other kind of support in between, we sit in constant appreciation for your incredible generosity. As we look to the next 25 years, I'm pleased to continue our relationship to ensure our students grow into healthy, productive, and well-educated community members. I know it's been a tough ride for your staff these past 2 years, so please share our gratitude to your frontline heroes. Stan, thank you so much, Stan.
Thank you so much. And how about another round of applause for all of our sponsors here today? What a great investment here in the Olathe community. Just awesome. It's awesome to think about. I want to introduce the superintendent of the Olathe School District, Dr. Brent Yeager, to give our State of the District address.
Thank you. Good morning. Okay, any group that knows me know I always do that more than one time until I really feel it. So, good morning. Good morning. That was good. We might try again at the end just to make sure we get there. So, I am so excited to be with you all today. You know, I'm thrilled to be here and to be back in person. I've been lucky to have attended this breakfast many times in my life, but this is my first time on the big stage. So, we'll see how that goes this morning. I've had several people say it's going to be okay. So thank you for that confidence. I appreciate that. In all seriousness, as they've mentioned, I'm Brent Yeager, and I have the great honor of being the superintendent in the public school district, Olathe Public Schools. Olathe holds a very special place in my heart. It's a place where my wife and I, Christy, moved 20 years ago and have called home since. We have 2 children who attend our schools, and it's been an amazing honor to lead our system. My wife and children are here today. Really excited to be here today. I'd love for them to stand up as well. to say they're uncomfortable would be an absolute exaggeration. So, but I'm so thankful that they're here. And the benefit to having your spouse with you at an event like this, when Cindy just said, I need to enroll in benefits by the end of the week, Christy just turned to me and said, we need to do that too. So we'll all be enrolling in our benefits very soon. So as you know, we have an incredible staff and amazing students in the Olathe Public Schools. Great things are happening in this district, and I can't wait to share more about them with you today. I've been part of this system for a long time. First as the very proud principal of Fairview Elementary, go Falcons, and then at the district level supervising our elementary schools. And then the last number of years working with our Learning Services Department in the district. But one thing I quickly learned was that when I became the superintendent, I needed to learn from some experts. So if you'll watch this video with me, I'd like to share what they had to say.
No. 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 I've read about it in a book, but so-so. Well, I don't know what that is, so. Maybe gets up really early and helps other people in schools to know if they're doing right things. So I think you'd sign documents like 24/7. I'm sure he has to do a lot of calls. Make things better for students and teachers in the district, and she helps kids that don't behave. Tells everyone what to do. Maybe help build some new schools in the district. Make sure that all the schools are following the rules. You have to be a good boss. Like, you don't yell at your teachers. You just have to be nice and tell them what to do. It's like children. It's okay. Don't be scared. I will say, hi, how are you doing? Are you doing some good stuff? I hope you're taking care of other people. I would tell them to do core phonics at the end of the day and snack at first of the day. I am really hungry, like once I just get there. And then another snack right after core phonics. Maybe talk for a second, talk about work, like, hi, hello, I'm here for work. I'm glad to work here. I'm ready to work. Make sure that there are plenty of schools, so that way if new children and teachers move into the district, they have a school to go to. Because you try your best, you have to be strong. You have to have those strong muscles in there to, you know, deal with all these children and all that. Probably a lot of work. Gotta figure it out though. Hard work, stuff. But listen, you've been through all the stuff. I'm still going through all it. I gotta do math, I gotta do reading, I gotta do all of it. So, I bet you're good there. I bet you're gonna have a fun time.
I am so appreciative that a young lady in our school district thinks I've already been through all this stuff. Isn't that awesome? Like, it's just gonna be smooth sailing from here on out. So I so appreciate that. Those students are great, and it is so fun to interact with the students in the school district each and every day. I have to say, one major benefit of working in a school district is anytime you're having a challenging day, all you have to do is go into a school and see kids, because that is real and that's how they are, and it is just fantastic. So I want to share some things with you about our district. This year we have 29,794 students in the Olathe Public Schools. They attend our 5 high schools, our 10 middle schools, our 36 elementary schools, plus our support buildings and our specialty education centers. We are the second largest school district in the state of Kansas, and we are the largest in the Kansas City metropolitan area, and that includes both sides of the state line. We have 6,000 staff members, 4,800 who are full-time with us each and every day. We serve 125,000 meals per week as a school system. Interesting fact, before the pandemic, it was about 75,000. So just think about the increase in the number of meals we're serving each week. 50,000 technology devices in our system. We have the largest computer network in Kansas City. I think it's important for you to know these kinds of things just so you're aware of how big our system is and the scope of the work that we do each and every time, or each and every day. If you spend time in Olathe, you know that we have many strengths, and one of them is the diversity and the mix of our community. This year in the Olathe Public School District, we have 86 different languages spoken by our students. 26% of our students come from an economically disadvantaged background. More than 9% of our students are English language learners, meaning that their primary language or their first language is not English. Approximately 13.5% of our students receive special education support. Of our 30,000 students, about 30% of our students come from diverse backgrounds. These diverse backgrounds provide an incredible opportunity in our system to help our students learn, understand, and celebrate one another from different perspectives. And if you'll allow me to brag a bit about our amazing students and to win the Blue Ribbon Award, which has to be in a very, very select group of people that have received that accomplishment. And actually, Peggy is not with us today because she's in Washington, D.C., but her husband is here this morning. So let's give Peggy some love by way of her husband this morning. Last school year, we had 7 students earn perfect scores on the ACT, opening vast opportunities for them after high school. Get this, our 2021 seniors during a pandemic year were offered $41 million in scholarships. I think that's clap-worthy, don't you? This year, we have 20 students named National Merit Semifinalists, which is a meaningful honor for them. Our Deputy Superintendent, John Hutchison, was elected as the Association of School Business Officials Vice President. He's representing our district on the national and international level. John, where are you? Stand up. The Olathe Public Schools was named a top 5 employer in the state of Kansas by Forbes. And I could go on and on because there's amazing things happening across our system in our schools each and every single day. Everyone knows that the last 18 months have been challenging in our nation and in our world, and our school district is no different. In the Olathe Public Schools, it has meant reinventing the way we provide high-quality education to our students. Our staff members have gone to extraordinary lengths to help our students achieve success in a uniquely tough time. I'd like to share a short video where we talked with some high school students about their experiences learning during COVID.
Yeah, the pandemic was crazy.
It was very different. It was strange. I mean, it was to everybody, but I think the weirdest thing was just trying to figure out what school's gonna be like.
It was a whole new lifestyle, for everybody, having to change everything you do, the way you do things, you can't do it that way anymore. There's a new operation towards everything.
Well, we started off in Zoom, and it was really hard. I was in 2 choirs, and that was really difficult to do through Zoom because you have to be able to hear each other. So sometimes some kids would have their microphones on to sing, but then there's going to be lagging.
It was tough on teachers and students, but we got more comfortable as far as participating in class, as far as breakout rooms, talking, assignment-wise.
But what really helped during that time was the engaging part with it, because a lot of distractions are at home because some kids have to take care of their little brothers and their siblings. Other kids have to just stay awake, get in a good spot. But I think they did a really good job of engaging us
every teacher had their own different way of doing things, and whether it was doing games or just making sure everybody talked, or at the start of class we would have this icebreaker every day.
I witnessed a lot of teachers, kind of reaching out to their sources more so, and they were like using more just like websites I never even heard of. Like one teacher was using like something like a Jamboard type thing. I didn't hear about that before, but I would see a lot of teachers using that because like the kids can like draw on it, and they can like write down their answers, and they can actually like work, like multiple kids can be like the same like Jamboard type thing, so they can kind of work out their problems on there. So that was pretty interesting.
To stay engaged, really, like especially my weights class, our teachers went out of the way to like find this app to where we could still work out. That was pretty cool. So we're still really engaged in the like athletic part, which was cool because that's my cup of tea right there.
I definitely got better at organizing and timekeeping, but I was also able to figure out kind of who I was as a person, figure out like life planning, where I wanted to go to school, what I wanted to do, so I could kind of figure out what path I wanted to go down.
And with me, I procrastinate every once in a while, I'm just gonna be honest. And so it did take a little bit of time to, make sure that I had all my work done, because I still gotta, even on at home, I still gotta keep in mind, this is school. Like this is your future, this is what you're here, this is like your job right now, this is what you have to do. So it did take a little bit of an adjustment for me to try to make sure that I did get my work done. Take a little bit more attention towards my schoolwork than if it would if I was here in person.
And time management was also a really big thing, like having to balance all the classes and all this stuff, especially for an hour and a half online, was, you really learned how to, I don't know, just balance all your time and figure out how to do it your own way. And it was cool to realize, like, find yourself in like a education way. So
kids had to become more independent as they did these things online, and even when we came back, because everything was on our laptop and there wasn't any like group projects or anything.
But I mean, I feel like COVID taught me a lot how to like persevere, and it made me realize what I had is like special and not to take things for granted, because one moment you could be in the house for 2 months, next moment you could be with friends, and I've just learned to appreciate more and be more appreciative of the things around me and the things I get to do on a daily basis. And I've started to look deeper and make things more meaningful to me.
Our students are truly amazing in our system. Our kids have shown incredible resilience and strength throughout these last 18+ months. Hearing these incredible kids makes me very hopeful for our future. I can't tell you how proud I am of the teachers and staff in our district who have dedicated themselves to late nights in finding innovative ways to make sure students have the best learning experiences possible. From acquiring the needed devices, software licensing, mobile hotspots to keep each student connected to school while they were away, to adjusting the physical spaces to make them as safe as possible for our students to learn in person, to developing new professional development opportunities to help teach in a remote or hybrid learning environment, our staff has moved mountains for kids. We have been very fortunate to be in school in person this year. Our kids are thriving, and we are looking forward to even more normalcy in the future. I am beyond grateful to our Board of Education for their strategic leadership in making all of these things happen. We have some of our board members here today, and I'd like to ask them to stand. President Joe Beveridge. Vice President Brian Geary. Brad Boyd. Leetta Felter. Kristen Schultz. And Shannon Whitcliffe. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for all that you've done for our school system. As part of our regular business this year, we are in the process of relaunching our strategic plan. Originally approved in 2019, the relaunched plan has remained consistent with our 4 main goals of high academic expectations for all, behavior and social emotional development, human capital, effective systems, and prioritized resources. We have also included another focus area around our work with diversity, equity, and inclusion in our relaunched strategic plan. The Olathe Public Schools work in this area is vitally important to all of us. The strategic plan will be a continuous theme for us as we continue to make progress in this area. You can find detailed information about our strategic plan on our district's website. Something I'm really proud to share with you today is an effort that we launched at the beginning of this school year. As some of you know, there's a lot of talk and sometimes challenges around public education. I asked our staff this school year to focus on the individual moments that matter in a school day that form a lifetime of memories that impact our students. The moments we can all look back on throughout our own time in education and know that the staff members and teachers in our schools that made a difference for us. Sometimes the smallest things make the most profound impact. This year we are highlighting and celebrating the moments that matter across our school system. Our staff has taken this charge and are sharing these amazing things on a daily basis. If you look up hashtag, you might want to write this down, if you look up hashtag OPS Moments That Matter on social, you will find extraordinary examples and stories of this from across our system. Take a look here at a few of our favorites. When we talk about moments that matter, the Olathe Public Schools Foundation immediately comes to mind. Through grants, scholarships, support programs, the foundation does incredible things for our students, our staff, and our schools. In 25 years, the impact of the foundation is truly immeasurable in our system. Every year we hear inspiring stories and initiatives that make a profound impact on our schools and on our community. Please join me in thanking the foundation for all they do. In the Olathe Public Schools, we are working hard to provide the very best education possible while preparing our students for their future. You being here today and supporting the Olathe Public Schools Foundation helps us truly achieve that goal. This year more than ever, we are working hard to support and encourage our staff. One of the greatest things about this district is the incredible supportive community. I would like to personally thank each of you for all you do to support our district, our schools, our students, and our staff. The Olathe community truly makes our district special. From youth mentors to volunteers in our buildings to adopt-a-school programs where business, civic, and faith-based partners adopt our schools, we are deeply appreciative of our community. You all make a huge difference in the lives of our students each and every day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for cheering on our students and our staff and offering all that you do for our kids. Thank you for your support of the Olathe Public Schools, and have a great day.
Hello, I'm Pat All, retired Olathe School District Superintendent and a member of this community for over 40 years. I'm proud to say that I have been able to watch the growth of the Olathe Public Schools Foundation as it has supported excellence in education in our community. As our community and schools have grown, so has the generosity of our community. The Olathe Public Schools Foundation balances its resources to support excellence and innovation in our classrooms, as well as resources for meeting the learning needs of our diverse students. One of its unique programs is the All Fund, Avid Lifetime Learners. This fund supports students who are taking college classes in high school but can't afford to pay the $94 an hour credit tuition fee in order to receive a college transcript. The All Fund since 2010 has supported hundreds of these students to start their college education while still in our high schools. Many of these students are first in their families to attend college. Now that's another reason to celebrate.
Man, what a wonderful morning it's been. So great. Thank you to Dr. Yeager for the State of the District address. Just really cool to hear all of the stories that are happening here. We're going to end our program today. We're going to finish it out with the Da Capo Singers from Olathe Northwest High School under the direction of Pam Williamson.
Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right.
Wow, weren't they great? Isn't that awesome? Yeah. I love it. I love it. The DeCapo Singers from Olathe Northwest High School. Thank you so much. 25 years, here we are. We've seen the growth. It's going to continue. The success will continue here in Olathe Public Schools. Thanks for being here. Hey, share that raffle with your family and friends. Have a great day and a great weekend. Thanks a lot, everybody.